Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Chainsaw Man episode 12. So we're here at the final episode of the season. I can't believe that we're already here. It's flown by. I haven't even watched the episode yet, but I know I just want more, you know? I wish we could have had 24 episodes. I know it's greedy, I know it's gorgeous, and Mappa worked very hard on this, obviously. I just wish we had even more instead of having to wait however long it's going to be for a season 2. So this is the final episode. I'm expecting like a big send-off, a big ending here, you know, a big fight. It seems from the title that it's going to be a rematch between Denji and the Katana Man. So I'm really looking forward to that. And we'll get a little bit of wrap up of what's happening with Aki and the Ghost Devil and that whole fight with the snake as well. Will she bring out any more devils to fight Aki, or what will happen there? And, you know, there's still a few characters doing things elsewhere. I'm assuming Power and Denji, they were still underground where those zombies were, along with our new characters Beam and Angel and the Spider Devil as well. So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon page. Over there you can find 1 week early access, you can find polls so you can vote for what's next, and you can find a full-length timer-based version of this where you can just sync up your own footage and you can watch along with me. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Oh yeah, like I said, Aki's not going to die here because it's not cool enough. I did see that there was a slight mistranslation in that compared to the manga though. The manga said he's going to die a gruesome death. This doesn't seem as gruesome either. I do love this music, but when it seems to be the theme for Himeno and Aki being together, it reminds me so much of Your Name. It's a theme from Your Name it reminds me of. Get away from him. Get away from him, Himeno. Ghost Devil remembers Aki potentially. Oh, I guess it is a Ghost Devil. Is Himeno's ghost kind of handing this to him? Okay. Easy revenge. Surely you can feel as well though. Okay, that's cool though. Dun, 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 dun. Getting that revenge, the easy revenge. Hopefully not too soon. I wasn't sure if it was like, this is an easy revenge, or like, take it easy revenge, as in like calling him revenge. He's so focused on it. Oh, look how long his sword is actually. It's almost like comically large.
Heavy.
Oh, someone's already there. Kobeni sneaking up like that. I love this music as well, actually. I don't know, it feels really like enclosing. Yeah, I was just gonna say, but look like Power had an arm. No, it's not like he's eaten much better. Yeah, of course, she was gonna do something. Okay. Should just let her take care of it. Oh, that one's huge. He's gonna be right there, isn't he? Oh, already getting ready to turn. Is that like his threat? Yeah. We don't know how he transforms, how he activates it, if there is an activation. Yeah, he just doesn't believe him, doesn't believe that his grandpa could have been a bad person. I mean, he knows a little bit, but not the whole story. Yeah, not after they tried to kill him first. So yeah, heart replacement too, that's why he's kind of similar as to Denji. What if he was like an experiment to recreate Denji? I know people are after his heart. Yeah, of course not. Oh, okay. I love how like mocking Denji is here. Oh, really? Out the building. Yeah, he has had a bit more training, although not training in this form. Ooh. Oh, I love that. That's perspective over the buildings. Yeah, just a good life. Oh, that looks great. Like, it's obviously CG, but it's some of the better CG in anime, maybe even some of the best. Especially like for a fight scene. Oh, wow. I love this background on this train, it's just gorgeous too. Oh, here's his big move. Yeah, he's got to protect the people. That is kind of maybe his biggest downfall, having to protect other people. Yeah, a bit OP, stop spamming. Yeah, he's still got one chainsaw left. Oh, that one didn't cut him at all. He blocked it, it looked like. You saw that like connection between the metal. He's still gonna go for it, isn't he? Love this music again. Oh! Did he grab one of the other ones from the floor? Oh! So he has more he can summon. That's a new move. Right in half down the middle. Wow. That panning out shot there, you know, again, obvious CG, but it almost reminded me of like late 90s, early 2000s anime CG. So I don't know why. It reminded me of this specific art style, almost nostalgic in a way. I love his chaoticness this episode. I kind of feel like she would have. Oh wow. I do wish we got to see a bit more of the rest of Division 4. Devil Hunter. I want to see maybe who it is above her. Oh. Yeah, or the snake, because the snake devil was the one who did it. Okay. Yeah, where's it going? Like, what if there was a reveal there, like, it's going to this room and it's that guy? This doesn't actually feel as much like an ED. It feels like an epilogue. I mean, just the way it led into it, you know? Oh, wrapping up some of the other bits as well. Him in the bath again. Aki is definitely wearing an Airism oversized Uniqlo tee. Oh, after credits scene. The first of the series, actually. Maybe even more set up with the gun devil. Or is he gonna smoke that cigarette finally? I feel like you'd save it as a souvenir. I wonder if that could be symbolic of him moving on a little as well, being able to let that go, a little souvenir of him and no, let it go. Oh. This is that alleyway with the door from like the first scene of the show, isn't it? I was thinking that's a bit too peaceful of a note to end it on. We still don't know what's behind this door, yeah. Oh, it's him as a kid. This is going on for a lot longer than I expected. So Denji can't open that door for a reason. That's the the bin from before where his body was.
田舎のネズミと都会のネズミ、どっちがいい?
That looked like someone coming out of the door. The way she was coming out of the alleyway there. Was she coming from the alleyway where that door was? That's what it seemed like to me. Okay, so that was Chainsaw Man episode 12. Finally at the end. What a great ride it's been. I am usually a fan of shorter 12 episode anime, but because this is an ongoing season, an ongoing series, and you know there's still so many questions, so many things we haven't had answers, I am just waiting for more. So right at the end there, we're getting a tease of something, potentially another villain. What was really interesting is where she was coming from, and she was talking about Denji as well, but she was like coming out of this alleyway that looks like the same alleyway where this like mysterious door is for some reason. There's definitely something going on there. I don't think there's enough information now to kind of decipher that, but we're getting Pashita's voice from the other side of the door talking to him. Could that door represent the afterlife perhaps? Because you know Pashita is not really dead but isn't, is kind of living in Denji's heart, so maybe that's what it is. But we do know Pashita does kind of talk to Denji sometimes. We have heard Pashita's voice like subconsciously before, so maybe Pashita's consciousness is still alive, so maybe that isn't the case. With Aki's whole subplot this episode, you know, we get that cigarette, the easy revenge cigarette. I'm still not 100% sure on the symbolism there. I gave my interpretation at the end of that, him smoking it, maybe letting go of Himeno, because that's like something burning up that she gave to him. But that could also be the opposite, because you know, she kind of gave the smoking to him. She was encouraging him to smoke for all of that time. So I'm not really sure there. And then like the easy revenge on there. Clearly a reference to Fooly Cooly, by the way. I know this anime took a lot of reference and a lot of inspiration from Fooly Cooly. Fujimoto has said that himself, and I can clearly see it in some aspects. But the easy revenge, I don't know if that is, you know, kind of saying, hey, take it easy revenge, you know, that kind of thing, like giving Aki the nickname Revenge because he is so focused on revenge. Or is it saying it, this is an easy revenge because it kind of inspired him to think about how to defeat the ghost devil? So was that what it was, or is there something more that I'm missing there? I'm not quite sure. Or is it somehow Himeno getting revenge on Aki? She's kind of playfully saying, this is my revenge for dying, you getting hooked on the cigarettes, that kind of thing. I'm not quite sure there. Maybe there's some other interpretations that you have as well. I'd love to hear it in the comments. But going back to that Fooly Cooly comparison, obviously there's some visual indicators here with the cigarette. You know, it's quite clearly a reference to the Never Knows Best cigarette, but I can see how Fujimoto was kind of inspired by the characters and the chaoticness here. You know, you could take Hara Hara Harako and put her in this anime and she would fit right in. She does feel very much almost like a power character in terms of personalities, but Hara Hara Harako, she had a bit more knowledge than she was letting on. It's almost like if you took Makima's knowledge and combine that with Power's kind of personality a little bit. I can definitely see how a little bit of the storytelling and a little bit of the characters and maybe some of the visual flair all kind of carries across and inspires here. Maybe even some of the aesthetics, like even in this episode, I said there was a moment that almost reminded me of these kind of like late 90s, early 2000s anime that's really nostalgic. I remember watching Fooly Cooly and feeling really nostalgic for it, even though it was a show I'd never seen before when I first watched. So maybe even some like visual similarities there as well, which is really cool. One thing I do wish that this show did would be a bit more experimental in the animation. I know this is going for a very kind of cinematic look, but one thing Fooly Cooly did a lot, which I really loved, was kind of the cutaways and the difference in the art styles, you know, because this is such like a high budget show. It'd be really great to just let the animators loose a little bit, perhaps. Like in the opening, we have a few different art styles. There's that one shot that I love of Denji like bursting out of something. I think there's also a lot of comparisons you can draw in terms of anime industry wise between this and One Punch Man, because they both feel like these grand moments in the industry, these big moments for the industry, where with One Punch Man you had all of these great artists kind of coming together for this one project, and they really got to like flex their animation muscles. And then this as well with Chainsaw Man, it feels like a step up for the quality and the standard for the animation in general, not just for like specific moments of Sakuga. It feels like for the animation in general, just the backgrounds and the music, it feels more cinematic, which I know Fujimoto was also very inspired by. He wanted this to be a more cinematic story, and you can tell that in the cinematography, in the lighting, in the music a little bit. So I do feel like maybe what I'm hoping for does kind of contradict that a little bit as well, because that's leaning into like the more anime side. Even though there are still things here that feel very anime, it has this cinematicness to it where I feel like maybe me wanting like a few more like experimental things and moments of like experimental Sakuga and bringing in like guest key animators and things like that. I feel like that might contradict that. So I'm kind of in between on that, you know. Do I want there to be like more cutaways and cool experimental animation, or do I want to have it keep this consistency? I don't know what one I'd prefer. I am really liking this little bit of mystery for Denji. What's going on with this door is something that just, you know, keeps it going a little bit, because it's not like he as a character has much kind of grander connection to everything that's happening, you know? Not like Aki, who has the connection to the gun level that they're hunting down, or like he doesn't really have any family members that are related to anything else going on. You know, comparing it to other anime, there isn't like a big mystery that he's searching for. There's no Grisha Jaeger or Van Hohenheim to kind of keep him going, and there's no like tie him into things. There's no like mystery there, so that little bit of mystery we get with that door is really enticing. But I think that mystery with the door is more almost like foreshadowing, isn't it? I do still wonder what is going on with this girl. And one thought I did have, for some reason I'm assuming she's a villain for some reason. She might not be, but I was like, what if this is the Gun Devil? Like, what form can this Gun Devil take? We don't know. And the scene before this, we did see they know where the Gun Devil is now. They're like, the flesh is being led there, so they know the general direction. Hopefully next season we get the Gun Devil soon. I would really love a longer arc here as well. All of the arcs have been great, but they have been quite short. I'd love a really, you know, meaty multiple episode arc. You know, some anime do have like single core arcs, and this anime is just one core. So a full, you know, season 2 which is one arc would be really glorious. I don't know if the story is quite at that point yet to have a big arc like that. I feel like maybe we need to get into it even more. Maybe end of season 2, I feel like the story might be developed and mature enough to have, you know, a giant arc, like a whole 12 episode arc, maybe even more. That would be so great. But I also don't think this show necessarily needs like some big grand arc like that. The kind of fast pacedness of it works really well too. It isn't bogged down too much by exposition and long drawn out fight scenes. All the action, it happens really quick, which is something I talked about in the last episode too, and I do really enjoy that. Just, you know, the fast paced hand-to-hand combat. Okay, so I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment, and if you really loved it, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date for all the future uploads. Hopefully it won't be too long till anime is on the channel again. I'm not quite sure when Attack on Titan is coming back, but I have this feeling it was like early 2023, maybe mid 2023. I hope it's not too long away because I really want to get into that too. And maybe I will do something shorter in between to fill that gap, but I'm not quite sure yet. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.